Week 2 of the Off the Charts event has dropped, and in this video, we are going to go over all of the new Master Set player items, the event cards, how to get the collectibles and tokens you need, as well as some new wild card cards, and a new wildcard path that features a modern icon. Let's get into it. We'll start first with our 5 new off-the-charts Master Set player items featuring Cujo from the Toronto Maple Leafs, Alex Pietrangelo from the Vegas Golden Knights, Shane Gostisbehere from the Hurricanes, Teemu Selanne, the Finnish Flash, and Showtime Patrick Kane, rounding out our off-the-charts Master Set player items. We'll start first with Curtis Joseph. Card art's awesome. Love Curtis Joseph, especially growing up in Southern Ontario, but unfortunately, again, same issue as always. Unless you can get a bigger goalie, smaller goaltenders just let a lot more in. So unless you are a pure offline player or a theme team player, Curtis Joseph is going to be a big-time pass. Does have 88 speed, though, but you can't really make up for the fact that he's 5'11". Next up, we've got Shane Gostisbehere from the Carolina Hurricanes, 5'11", 183 with offensive defenseman and gold seeing eye. He's got 86 speed, 85 excel, and 88 agility. However, he's only got 80 endurance, a theme that we are going to run into a little bit here. His shot is pretty good. Slapshot power at 92. His accuracy is at 86 with offensive defenseman activated. Hand stats are all above 90. His body checking, though, is down to 81. Defensive awareness is only 85. In terms of cards that you want to use in your lineup that will be effective, especially for offline play, this just isn't really it, unless obviously you're a Hurricane fan. Now, Alex Pietrangelo, fresh off a fantasy card, gets a Master Set item 6'3", 215 with two-way defenseman and gold shutdown. Great synergy and ability. However, it kind of stops there. He's got great size, but he's only got 85 speed, 84 excel, with 87 agility and 87 balance, and his endurance does get up to 85, which is okay. His hand stats are pretty rough. His body checking is only 86, but his defensive awareness up at 91 is nice. The issue here is that the cost is probably just not going to really justify it, especially when you consider all of the great defenseman options that we have got already since the launch of the game. So just not enough skating on Alex Pietrangelo, in my opinion, to make him interesting. Patrick Kane gets one. Showtime, 5'10", 177 with playmaking forward and a gold puck on a string. However, in prior games, he would have enough skating to kind of make up for his smaller size, and smaller cards are definitely more usable in NHL 25, but 88 speed, 87 excel is great, not elite, and he only has 80 endurance. His shot is below 90. His hand stats are at 90 overall, which is nice, and obviously he's going to be a liability defensively. However, Patrick Kane cards are always really fun to use in terms of stick handling, but unfortunately, just, again, not a great statted card. And then lastly, we've got the 86 Teemu Selanne with sniper forward and gold wheels. This is a great card in my opinion with 91 speed, 92 excel, 89 agility. His shot is all above 90. His deking stat is at 91 and his offensive awareness is all the way up at 96, which is close to the highest in the game. He's got good size at 6'2", 209 and has gold wheels, which is very impactful, especially for 2 ability points. The only issue obviously is that he's only got 80 endurance like a lot of these other cards, but still I think that of the week 2 early, when you compare all of the other options, Teemu Selanne, I think, is the strongest one to go and use, just because he has got some of the best skating attributes with gold wheels in the game. Now taking a look at some of the other event cards, we've got the 85 Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with playmaking forward and gold tape to tape, 87 speed and excel, 93 agility with playmaking forward activated, mid-80s shooting, high 80s hand stats, only 81 faceoffs as well, but if you are trying to build a Oilers theme team, this is still a decent card. We've got the 85 Ed Belfour, but much like Cujo, just usually not big enough in game. Obviously, he's only 6 foot, which does make him awfully tough to use, but again, for anyone that is trying to do a theme team, we've got Ed Belfour now. We've got Larry Robinson at 84, 6'4", 215 with offensive defenseman and silver shutdown, 84 speed, 82 excel, 79 agility, but it does have 90 endurance and a decent defensive awareness stat if you're looking for a left-handed defenseman to use. One of the best cards that is definitely a non-Master Set item, Nikolai Ehlers with playmaking forward. It's got 89 speed, 88 excel, and 92 agility with silver make it snappy. His shot is in the mid-80s. His hand stats are pretty good with 90 deking, so a pretty strong option here for the Winnipeg Jet winger. Keegan Colasar is up next from the Vegas Golden Knights. Again, his endurance at 79 and his slap shot power and accuracy at 78 makes it awfully tough to use, but he does have 92 body checking with 86 speed and 85 excel. So kind of a fun card there in that aspect. Again, not a lot of players that have a high body checking attribute that can match him. Matthew Olivier in the same kind of boat here. He's got 83 speed, 82 excel, 90 agility, but again, 78 endurance and 90 body checking. So again, another player that can throw some people off the puck. Obviously much slower, though. Alex Laferriere from the LA Kings, who's having a great season so far. Again, just kind of middle-of-the-road attributes across the board for a right-handed winger. Theme team card. Eric Johnson from the Flyers with defensive defenseman. He's got great size at 6'4", 225. 83 speed, 82 excel, and pretty decent defensive awareness and body checking for an 82. Igor Larionov used to be one of the best cards early on in Hockey Ultimate Team, regardless of his size, because his face-off rating was always elite. 87 on the draw, so again, if you are looking for a card to go on your fourth line, or maybe to be a penalty killer, you need to win a draw, Igor Larionov would be a great option for you. And then lastly, we've got the 81 Chico Resch from the New York Islanders. 5'8". This is going to be one of those like Darren Pang challenge cards. Now, to make any of the Master Set player items, it is going to operate exactly like Week 1 did. You will have 7 days to make any of the Master Set player items, and the sets and tokens all operate the exact same way in terms of the amount of cards required to make the actual collectibles. Remember, if you are going to make an MSP and you are trying to make the actual card, collectibles are for the card, tokens are what you use to upgrade. Now, we did get Week 2 off the charts objectives, and these are actually much more reduced, so you can actually do these in Rivals. Like, you've got to make 40 passes, 2 shot blocks, 55 shots, 12 between the leg shots. These might need to be using total controls. A lot of people have a lot of hard times on skill stick, and sometimes when it comes to the actual objective tracking, you might have to switch to total control, and I believe it's circle. You've got 10 goals, 25 in total, and then 35 games in Rivals, Squad Battles, or Champs. So again, you could probably knock out a lot of these in one Squad Battle game, but if you have a couple cards to throw in your lineup, like you say, let's say you made Jay Bouwmeester in Week 1, or you made Sidney Crosby, you can probably get these done if you play them higher in your lineup, if you play Rivals. So that's an improvement a little bit over Week 1, but still more than likely going to require some of the games to be played in Squad Battles, which kind of sucks. Now, we did get a bunch more moments for Week 2, and in here, you will be able to complete things that will give you various overall cards, as well as tokens that you can then use to upgrade your Master Set items. You can upgrade your Week 1 Master Set player that you made. If you get all of the tokens from Week 2 and Week 1, you should be able to get that card for free. Now, we've also got 6 new wild card cards featuring the 86 Brent Burns. Again, these cards will all have a discounted price if you use them in the wild card spot when playing wild card this week. You've got JJ Peterka, Noah Hanifin, Jack Razlovic, Marco Rossi, and Kiefer Sherwood. Taking a look at Brent Burns, he's got two-way defenseman. He's 6'5", 230. Always going to be a pretty rough skater. 84 speed, 83 excel, and 86 agility. Does have 90 balance. I feel like his endurance should be way higher given the fact that he just plays so many minutes still. With Gold Heat Seeker. If you haven't been watching my streams, Gold Heat Seeker has quickly become one of the more devastating abilities. So this could be a card to try out just because, again, there isn't a lot of defensemen that have Gold Heat Seeker. He's got great body checking, good defensive awareness and stick checking. Obviously a little bit slower, but he is big to make up for that. JJ Peterka comes in, the left-handed winger, 6', 189 with sniper forward and gold puck on a string. 88 speed, 87 excel, 90 agility, only 79 endurance. He's got 88 shot across the board. His hand stats are in the high 80s. And does have good body checking, 85 overall, so a pretty well-rounded card. Noah Hanifin is up next. At 6', 207, two-way defenseman, and silver shutdown. Low-key, pretty nasty card for an 84 overall. 87 speed, 86 excel, 87 agility, with 88 endurance and silver shutdown. Like, low-key, I'd rather have him than Alex Pietrangelo. I know that Pietrangelo's MSP is right-handed, obviously, but just goes to show that this card is actually pretty well put together at 84 overall, so a sneaky decent card here. Jack Razlovic, 83 overall, with two-way forward. The center with only 79 faceoffs, so you're going to want to use him on the wing. 87 speed, 86 excel, and 88 agility. So again, this is definitely usable for anyone looking for a Carolina theme team item. And then finally, we've got Marco Rossi at 82 overall, as well as the 81 Kiefer Sherwood to round out the new wildcard options. However, we need to celebrate Colton Parayko Day, as he is our first 90 overall for scoring last night. Two-way defenseman, as well as power shooting boost. Oh, if you can get that activated, he gets 99 shot power. Gold Heat Seeker, which again is becoming one of the best abilities in the game. Silver Shutdown he unlocks with 96 defensive awareness and stick checking, 93 body checking. He's 6'6", has 87 speed, speed, 86 excel, and 92 agility. Oh, to go with 93 balance and 87 endurance. Best card in the game. Extremely stoked that I panic made him, and I apologize for any of the Ekholm owners. I pray that he scores a little bit to catch up because, man, Colton Parayko's card has been awesome. Now, much like week 1, it will require 15 tokens to upgrade all the way up to their 86s. And again, before you go out and do this, if you have enough coins, I would recommend just taking a look at the Master Set players on the market because they have really gone back to pre-fantasy event prices. So for example, Pasta is going for like just around 400,000 coins. Again, that is a lot, but it's kind of cheaper than making them untradeable and upgrading them when you could just have the tradable version, try them out, see if you like them. And then if you don't, you could sell them back and try something new. Again, it does look like the market has come down significantly since the fantasy event. So just something I want to point out again, guys, that the market has kind of corrected itself if you want to try out any of the week 2 MSPs. And lastly, our new wildcard path finally gives us a power-up icon. We get the Modern Icon Player Choice Pack, so we can start working towards any of those holograms if you've been, just slowly chipping away. It is a modern player choice pack, so for anyone that doesn't have Rod Brindamore, you can go ahead and make him, and that way you've got a great centerman option, or Gonchar. I believe he does have Heat Seeker, so you could try him out as well. You'll get a few tokens and some other cards, but it is definitely worth doing, just because icons are still going for so much to create them, that it is, again, wildcard proves to be one of the better options, and it does only require 15,000 wildcard points. So that is going to do it for today's content. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.